Hello James, Bailey here at Lockhart Cadillac. I wanted to welcome you to Lockhart Cadillac. I'm proud and honored to present to you the highly anticipated all-new redesigned 2021 Escalade. Now, Cadillac's been around since the early 1900s, and even Lockhart itself has been around since 1972. So it's pretty incredible to see this family-owned business stay open for generations, selling and watching these Cadillac manufacture and build these vehicles. Something to touch on, the model that we're looking at today is actually the Sport Escalade. How you can tell is based on that grille. Now, some fun facts about the Escalade. The meaning Escalade is actually a military term used as ladders to overcome fortified fortresses, which is exactly what the Escalade does. It dominates in its segment, overcoming any competition. Now, something interesting also about the Escalade is that it's been around since 1999. Now, it was made to compete with Mercedes ML Class, the Lexus LX, and the recently brought to light 1988 Lincoln Navigator. Now, the Escalade's been around for a very long time. Now, the Sport model itself, how you can tell is it's all blacked out. Anywhere where there's chrome, you'll have the blacked out emblems. A huge part of what Cadillac's doing is marketing and branding the vehicle. So you'll notice that the actual grille itself mirrors the crest. And it's pretty incredible to see kind of how the vehicle itself has changed over the years. If you follow me this way, some of the signatures for Cadillac is its lights. Now, they completely changed the HID and LED lights, so you'll notice that it's kind of a little bit smaller but expanded across the vehicle, which gives you more visibility, especially at night when the light beams actually shoot out versus directly forward. Now, if you look down here, one signature for Cadillac that you've noticed probably on its predecessors, like for example the XT6, is that it has these lights that run down. It's part of that branding, that molding. Cadillac is building a signature front face, because you'll see it on the roads and you'll immediately recognize, not only based on the emblem itself, but the actual vehicle. Now, if you follow me along this way, I'll go over a couple things under the hood. There's going to be two engines that are actually offered under the hood, James. The one that we're looking at right now is going to be your standard 6.2 liter V8. That'll offer 420 horsepower and 460 pounds of torque. Now, something exciting that Cadillac's brought to light is the 3.0 turbo diesel engine. That'll give you about 277 horsepower. If you follow me, if you notice, the wheels are a little bit different from the previous Sport models. This one, they changed the design to make it a little bit more chrome gloss finish. Now, there's a couple other packages offered in Escalade that they switched up. The trim levels will consist of a luxury, premium luxury sport, a premium luxury platinum, and a sport platinum. And the one that we're looking at today, the luxury, is we're looking at the sport platinum, which will have amazing options and features that I'm excited to go over with you. Now, the mirror alone has multiple different options as far as power folding and auto dimming. You'll also notice that it'll have a little car with a star that indicates your side blind zone monitoring system. Now, if you come over here, handlebars are a lot different. They're actually an electronic handle. Now, I know we've got a couple kids, and the one thing that probably would bug you the most buying a $100,000 vehicle is watching them slam the door. Now, if they don't close that door all the way, the electronic door will actually seal it for you, so you don't actually have to worry about them slamming the door or anything like that. Now, if you come across to look at the second row where your kids will spend most of their time, it does have this gorgeous brandy leather interior. But not only that, I know the one thing that you're probably looking at, James, are the 12-inch displays on the back of the seats. Now, that's completely new from the rear entertainment side of things. In previous models, they were a lot different. They were mounted into the ceilings, but now they put it so that it's right in front of you on the back of the actual seat. And something that's really cool, because I know they're all different. They all like doing different things at the same time, right? Especially on long car rides in their big vehicles. Now, you can actually operate each screen independently and do something completely different on either screen. Now, something cool that you can actually do with the vehicle itself is that you can actually set up like directions and suggest things from the back. Now, I imagine that'll make picking food options a little bit easier for the kids. If you come around to the back with me, James, some things that are different now. They actually have more space in the new 21 Escalade by adding in a rear independent suspension, which offers more third row space for those more adult-like size people. So if you have friends that are going on golf outings or anything like that, you can sit back there completely comfortable. Now I'm about 6'2", 6'3" on the stat sheet, and I sit back there very, very comfortably. Now, something cool about the redesign that I've always loved about Cadillac is that on the XTS, they use the crest as the way to open the trunk. Now, there's two ways to open this trunk. You can kick underneath and it has the automatic liftgate, or you can press this crest. Now, something that I really like about that, being able to press that crest, James, is it establishes more of an ownership. Like, yeah, I have an Escalade, but you know, touching that crest every single time just builds more value and builds more ownership to it. Now, something that's awesome and that they've kept is the automatic seats that fold down in the third and second row, offering, you know, a little bit more easy accessibility. So if you see here, these will just fold right up. And something awesome, James, and now we are looking at the shorter version. Now, there's actually more space in the back. They've actually increased it about 7 inches, which is phenomenal, because now even with this 60-40 split in the back row, you can still have plenty of space for any luggage. You can fit a few suitcases, maybe a couple golf bags back there, just kind of whatever you need. Now what we'll do, we'll walk around towards the cockpit and kind of go over that. But as I do that, I want to slowly walk back and notice that the ride on the Cadillac is going to sit a little bit different. And that's because it's got an air ride suspension, James. Now, there's about 4 different settings that you can set to kind of customize how you want to ride. If it's a little bit off-road, if you're driving highway, or just back roads. There's 4 different settings that can optimize that comfort, which is amazing. So, follow me over here, and we'll take a look at this all-new interior. Now, James, the first thing that I know will catch your eye is that 38-inch oleoed screen. And it is curved. That is, in fact, curved screen. Now, that's completely new to this segment of vehicle. No other luxury brand is doing that. And it's absolutely fantastic what you can do with this technology. Now, it's a 3-part screen, so it's not all one. You'll have your heads-up display screen right here. Your normal gauges in the middle on that 4.2 screen, and then your infotainment screen is just going to be to the right of that. Now, something amazing about that screen is that it's better than any 4K television. Twice as good as a 4K television. Absolutely incredible. So, if you look here, you'll actually have a couple options for your heads-up display, which is really cool. Something that is new to Cadillac that we integrated that no other brand's doing is augmentative reality. So awesome feature. So it'll sit right here. You'll have an actual display of directions, huge arrows, almost lifelike right in front of you. It's pretty amazing. Now, the infotainment screen, it's gotten quite a facelift and an upgrade from the previous model. Now, the big thing that you'll notice when you operate the screen, when you scroll through, is that it's way more responsive. There's no lag. Almost every luxury infotainment screen has some kind of lag or hesitation, not in the 21 Escalade. It's as smooth as your iPhone and even better than your Android. Now, something that's a little bit different for Cadillac is that they've integrated this new console. So you'll see this rotary dial, and that will actually control your infotainment screen. Now, James, I know what you're thinking, well, it's touchscreen, so why do I need a rotary dial? I thought the same thing. It's absolutely incredible because since they've integrated this in some of our newer Cadillacs, I've actually had time to kind of play with it a little bit, and I find myself using that rotary dial because it's more convenient because you have your arms rested right there on your armrest and one while you're driving, so you're already right there. And it makes it a lot easier than trying to reach all the way across, which is fantastic. So, James, I'd love to go over more of these features in detail and have you test out that air ride suspension and that augmentative reality. And I'd love to go over kind of what OnStar has to offer when you come join the Cadillac family and go over the My Cadillac app. So James, come see us at Lockhart Cadillac. That way I can dive into this vehicle in more depth with you. Thank you.